Damn. You know my obsession with Urelli is bad when I'm going into a completely different game and turning a random water character into Urelli. Also, uh, Lolita dress for Valby when? Nexon? Hello, my delicious people. Welcome to another video. Today's video is gonna be pretty interesting, and sorry for the wait, as well. I was busy with a few things, basically just distractions mostly, and I didn't have any forma. But, the apartment building that I'm going to be moving to did contact me, so that's cool. And I also decided to, you know, slow down on saving. Now I get $200 a month instead of 100, and so I have some extra spending money. So this, running out of money and not being able to have Forma is not going to happen again. Also, apologies for doing the cringe thing where I essentially suggested to give me Forma on my streams. I did not mean to get Forma on my streams, but I did. So, yeah, sorry about that. I do accept gifts. I do accept all of them, but you do not have to feel obligated to give me Forma. So, yeah. Speaking of Forma, oh, also I have like a lot of leftover platinum, but we're gonna be using a interesting build for this, and it's only 4 Forma. I'm not entirely sure where 2 of the Forma went, because the interesting thing is, I don't entirely know where I put the Forma. And it's because I essentially had a build for this earlier. I just put 2 more on here just because it's a little bit more expensive right now. It's gonna be 1 D polarity and looks like 3 V polarities. I'm assuming that it comes with a V polarity, or it could also come with a D polarity, one of these 2 polarities. I know I didn't put one of these, but yeah. Speaking of the build, let's tear it up. And I'm going to show you my thought process. We're using Innovate, and we're using Prime Pistol Ammo Rotation. This weapon kind of sort of needs it. Oh, did I already mention? It's the Kohmak. Did I mention that? I don't remember. I'm going to mention it now, though. It's the Kohmak. So yeah, we're going to be using Galvanized Shot for more damage every kill, and more status chance. We're going to be doing Galvanized Diffusion for more multi-shot per kill. And yeah, that's going to be very nice. We're going to be using Frostbite, Scorch, and Jolt for Blast and Electricity. Keep in mind that there's a reason we're going with Blast and Electricity instead of Blast and Corrosive. Other than me being a little bit stubborn, it's actually the fact that this weapon kind of sort of doesn't need to have a primer. It does, however, sort of need to have something to suck things in, which is why this is still called a, what's it called? A setup. So we do need to have something suck things in because we are going to be using Blast. In fact, I might as well just switch the drone over to Heat and Viral anyway, so yeah. We're going to go with that. We're going to be going with Lethal Torrent for more multi-shot and fire rate, which is going to be really important because it's a pretty slow weapon. Hornet Strike for more damage, and Prime Target Cracker for more crit damage. No need for a crit mod because the crit mod is completely unnecessary. So there we go. Also, speaking of unnecessary crit mods, Urelli does in fact have the ability to increase the crit chance of a weapon, but because of the way it works, she technically is not having any effect on the weapon whatsoever. And on the drone, which I will show you, I'm probably going to switch the weapon up, so I'm going to go to the weapon first. We're going to go over here to a blast gas. Oh, sorry, this is the wrong weapon, sorry. I'm so disorganized today. I want Tazikor. And you want to have the Tazikor on, where'd it go? Heat and Corrosive. There we go, Heat and Corrosive. You could go with Heat and Viral, but unfortunately this comes with Electricity. So we're going to be using Heat and Corrosive. Specifically, we're using Pissed Rifle Elementalist for, oh, I remember, this is my weapon nuking build. I'll show you that, guys, sometime, but keep in mind this is not about that right now. But we're going to go with more for Elementalist and stuff like that. I'm not going to go throughout the entire thing because it is a little long and I don't want it to be too long. There we go. Nautilus. Nautilus is going to have Cordon, which is supposed to be right here. And we're going to need Manifold Bond, which is important. Vacuum is really good, but Manifold Bond and Cordon are the most important things. Contagious Bond is for a completely different build, but I'm going to take it off just because I have had this thing nuke for me, which is I do not want that. So, there we go. This is the build. And... oh yeah, Assault Mode. You need Assault Mode. Because you're using Cordon, not anything, not Durgia, so... yeah. Alright, so we're going to take this entire setup into the Simulacrum, and I'm going to show you what it do. Alrighty then, let's see what this do. There we go. It's going to suck in the first ones, which is going to be slightly unfortunate. They're going to do that. Okay. As you can see, some pretty decent damage. There it goes, sucks them all in. Hit this one. Oops, sorry. It does have a reload issue. There we go. There we go, and get them all together. They do some pretty decent AoE. There we go. Not entirely the most powerful thing, but keep in mind that the way that missions usually have enemies is like this. There we go. Shoot the little guy and it pops that guy. There we go. Shoot the big guy, pops the little guys. Yeah. And that's how you use that. You pop the big guys in the face with this weapon, and it does some pretty decent damage to the little guys. That, and also you're not really gonna have like level 190 enemies in like the most missions you're going to, unless you're going to a survival for a really long time or like level cap or something. Keep in mind this is not a level cap build. In my experience with like testing for level cap, ramp up is actually kind of sort of a bad idea unless you have a weapon that specifically can kill at least 5,000 enemies in a single magazine or less, because you are going to need to keep it up. So this weapon, unfortunately, I'm not sure if it can do that. But yeah. There's also this thing where I forgot to mention this, but when this weapon ramps up, because it's a bull-up weapon, it increases how many rounds it's using for its multi-shot. So that's why I need this. And the fact that it's gonna chew through your ammo a lot. So there's a reason we need AoE. So yeah. So let's, without further ado, I'm going to be showing you it in real gameplay and see what it does to an Acolyte. So yeah, let's see you there. Alright, let's see what we can do with this. Khezu Prime, suck them! There we go. Man, I wish I could rename my drone. I would name him Khezu Prime in a heartbeat. There, see, some pretty good AoE. There we go. Electricity also helps, believe it or not. It's not a wasted mon slot, because I do believe it's a percentage of the actual damage over time is used on the enemy, which is really nice. I want to move up here. Hold on. Also, yes, there will be Maraluna, but Maraluna has this issue where she's technically unmodded, as I have proven with Ureti herself when you're riding Maraluna, because, you know, you're playing as Maraluna, and, you know, Ureti becomes an NPC. So because that's an NPC, that's an unmodded Maraluna. So I'm only increasing the damage by 200%, and I'm not really targeting them.
Life support on
there we go. I think she just... oh no, that was the drone. The drone just killed them. Yeah, there we go. That was fun. Alright, I'll see you in Acolyte. I don't think there's much else that we really need to see. Alright, there he is. I do red crits sometimes, so I'm wondering how much damage I actually do to him. So, oh, it's a Mania. I don't think I like that. That's the guy with the bubble. The Zephyr bubble, I think. Yeah, he's the one with the Zephyr bubble, I think. Is he? No, he's not using the Zephyr bubble right now. Oh, there he goes. He's using the Zephyr bubble. Can I hit enemies that are besides him? Trigger an AoE explosion? Nope, that's not gonna work. Ah, why does it have to be you? You're literally the one I did not want to see. Hold on. Kitty! Kitty is in my face! Kitty is in my face. Turn into operator, please. My cat is in my face. Say hello to Kitty, by the way. Leave me alone! Why is he... He doesn't usually teleport like this. He's just like teleporting into me. What is up with this? There we go. God, I hate this guy. Oh, Kitty, you're such a distraction, aren't you? Yeah, you're a distraction. You're a distraction. At least you're not biting my PC or like nudging the microphone while I'm talking into it and stuff like that. You usually wait until I'm not talking to it, and you do not bite the TV, so that's good. Monitor. It's called a monitor. I'm stupid. Alright, so that was the Kohmak doing red crits sometimes, lots of orange crits, which is nice, and a whole lot of blue crits. I mean, wait. Yellow crits, sorry. I keep forgetting that I changed the colors. But yeah, that's really nice. So let me go back into the build and I'll show you what it is. Keep in mind that the Kohmak also increases how much multi-shot it is, but while also using a new bullet. So yes, it does have like 80 rounds, but it's like, it's just gonna take like an ass load of rounds eventually, and so you're basically gonna be firing it maybe only 10 times at the most. So yeah. But we're gonna be going with Galvanized Shot for more status and more damage per status every single time you kill, up to 3 times. We're using Galvanized Diffusion, which is gonna give us more multi-shot by 30%. For every kill, up to 4 times, with a base amount of 110, which is nice. We're using Frostbite, Scorch, and Jolt for Blast. We're going to be using, and the status to go up to 248%. So at full ramp up, we are getting 10 stacks of Blast each shot, which is very, very helpful, as well as some electricity for some extra oomph. We're using Fire Rate with Lethal Torment, as well as Multi-Shot, which is going to be bringing it up to at least and up to 4 and 5 Multi-Shot, I believe. And we're going to be doing Hornet Strike, which is very good. And we're going to be using Prime Target Cracker for damage and critical multiplier. We're using Prime Ammo rotation for the ammo, which is very important. Keep in mind you can use the non-prime version of each of these mods, and I would recommend it if you're just testing it out and you want to see if you want to keep the build. But as soon as you feel like you want to invest in it more, it's a good idea to use the primes. Secondary Invenerate is Enervate is going to give you flat crit chance by 10% for every shot you do. Keep in mind, it does not take in consideration multi-shot. I tested it. Unfortunately, this is not the case. So even with beam weapons, it's a little lackluster. But as long as you have a high fire rate, you should be good. Well, that was the build. I hope you have wonderful, wonderful nightmares. I will see you in them. And remember, if you're watching my content, I know you're into it. Honey, honey. Good night.